Hi, I'm John, and I've been asked by a lot of my fans to start putting together videos showing kind of what I do and how I make the pieces. I'm a metal worker. My wife's a metal worker as well. We used to do metalworking full time back about 12 years ago. And it became too much with some issues that she had, and we're trying to get back into it. So we thought that we'd kind of document the journey of going back into it, and along the way maybe show just how some of these things are made, and you know, kind of represent the recycled metals that we go into it. I get most of my metal work off of scrapping, kind of a byproduct of scrapping, and just kind of that natural progression of it. And this is the type of piece that you just saw that was on the table, and that's one of my examples. I do some steampunk. I do a lot of heart, kind of an assemblage. By the way, this is my first video. I'm sure you can tell already, and I have very little experience doing anything like this. So if you have any advice, feel free to reach out in the comments or messaging. If there's, you know, a way to get out with me, I'm very open. We can be found on Two Found Treasures on Facebook, Two Found Treasures, or When Pigs Fly. I think that's going to be our new nickname, our new name. Kind of an example of what I do is it drives Chris crazy because I come out here without a plan, and I don't have a plan today, and I just kind of start putting things together until they look right. And when it looks right, I'm sorry, I've got to lean past you here. I'll turn on the machine. I forgot to do that before. I hope that's not picked up too badly. But when everything starts looking right, that's when it's right for me. She's a jeweler. She's a trained bench jeweler, goldsmith, and she's ran a foundry. So she's very, very, very particular. She has everything planned out beforehand, and she knows exactly what she's going to do. And like I said, whenever she's out here with me, I drive her nuts because I have no idea what I'm going to do. I can't plan things out. Honestly, if I start planning things out, it stresses me out. It's just no end. I'll sit here and think about it, so I just plainly will not come out here. By the way, I say "by the way" a lot, and I say a lot. I'm sorry, I'm trying to train myself out of those. But let's see, what have we got? And this is also a big key to what I do, is I have a gigantic mess of scrap that I've accumulated. That's whenever you go to a fair or art gallery, you see what I call an assemblage artist or found object artist. You can bet a lot of their time is spent searching out things to put together. I hit a lot of thrift stores. I hit a lot of flea markets. I'm lucky enough that a lot of people know what I do, and I'll come home and there'll be stuff on the doorstep. And sometimes it's a good thing, sometimes it's not. But maybe today is a day for a teapot. Don't know. actually got this piece sitting over here that I had started, and it didn't want to come together right when I started it. Maybe we'll go ahead and finish this guy. That's not such a bad idea, huh? So there's going to be some grinding and some noise along the way. I'm sorry. It's all part of it. If you're watching this video, I'm kind of figure you already know that. But if not, then, you know, and I'm sure along the way I'll have to pick up better mics and I'll get used to all this. But right now, I'm learning. It's a learning process for me. This is, like I said, this was a project I had started probably a couple years ago. And I didn't like it then. I didn't like how it went. And I'm not sure how to go from here. I think I started as a bird. I don't think it's going to be a bird at the end. I think it might be. I think it might be yelling to me to be a monster of some sort. Let's see what we got. A lot of this stuff was parts from past projects I've done that I have a hard time throwing away anything of value. So there's that. I'm just kind of fit together, see if I can make things work. I gotta say this might be a bad thing for me to do, because I think a lot of people give me a lot more credit than I deserve on my art. It's honestly just fitting things together till they're right, and then when they're right, I kind of just attach them, and they at some point they usually tell me along the way that, hey, this is the way things should be. Like that piece right there, I kind of dig that. So we're going to, this is the part with the grinder. I'm hoping as I go along, I'll figure out ways of making that noise a little more palatable. Right now, I'm not an IT guy. I'm very old school. My dad was a welder. I learned this stuff from him, a lot of what I know. And then I picked up from blacksmiths and other artists. I spent a few years going through a coppersmith apprenticeship with a company here in Charleston. I live in Charleston, South Carolina. I've got some flamage there. And if you know welding, you'll notice that I don't do a super lot of cleaning the metal. That's because I try to preserve a lot of the patina that's there, so I clean it to a minimum of what I can, and then I kind of take it from there. My shop is always in chaos, so whenever I reach for something, there's always a potential that it avalanches. Right now, I thought I had a pair of these wings. These are from other projects I'd done along the way as well, and I don't know, I'm trying to test to see if this is a bird or if it is a monster. Maybe some combination therein. It might be a rooster. It might be. But I've kind of started this channel, like I said, I had a lot of people interested in the process and how these things are made, and kind of just started this channel to document not only this, but also we do a lot of traveling that I wouldn't mind seeing if anyone's interested in seeing the places we go to. We do gem hunting, and we do theme parks. Probably less of those coming up shortly. Kind of like that there. We do I do scrapping, so there's probably going to be some scrap times that I'm scrapping metal or showing how things are taken apart. And then when my wife's going through a college course right now, getting her degree, to be a teacher. So once she's done with that, she'll be hopefully helping me out, and when that happens, you'll see we've got a furnace for doing some foundry work, and I've got a blacksmith shop. Now, I'm not a blacksmith per se. I've learned some stuff along the way from blacksmiths. Ooh, okay. That is plastic, which happens. I've learned some stuff from blacksmith along the way, and I'm going to be teaching myself blacksmithing, which sounds funny, but my dad, like I said, was a welder. My mom was a craftsperson. She was one of those people that you see, or used to see, on the side of the road selling birdhouses and mailboxes on the weekends. And I spent many a day helping sell birdhouses and mailboxes, and and my dad was a welder, and on the weekends he worked at a junkyard. And I guess I've kind of taken all those things, put them together, and I do what I do now. It's my own style. Everything's different. I've got the only art training I have would be the coppersmithing I went through. There's the other. Yeah. See, I never throw away anything. And I was lucky enough to work with a lot of good artist on that one. And we made a lot of the lights you see downtown here in Charleston, and you see in other places. We made the custom copper and brass lighting. Okay, and I'm hoping I've got y'all set up in the right place to see all this come together too. Otherwise, I'm going to be really disappointed. But we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Well, as you can see, he decided to be a chicken after all. I think he's a rooster. I know this video feels a little raw, and it's a learning experience for me. I hope I get better with time. Today I was kind of thinking, just as it's rainy outside, and just an introductory video with a small little project that we can kind of get through here while you guys are watching. I can't say I know a lot about the videos of people making art, because when I watch YouTube, I usually watch I watch a lot of car videos, because I grew up in a junkyard. I don't have any nice cars now. Had a few hot rods over the years, and I was kind of into motorcycles more than anything, and trucks. But it's cool to watch people rebuild them now. But my passion kind of became making art, and even during the past few years when other things had to come first, I would still get out here and make art for friends and family. Few select pieces over the last few years. This year I'll be hitting the art shows again, doing the art show circuits, and of course I'll let announcements and whatnot on the Facebook page and all the pages that, you know, I'll get going in the next little bit. When I ended art, or when I ended professional shows, it was mainly Facebook. So I've got to get used to the other social media platforms. By day, I actually own my own handyman and home inspector service company. And I'm thinking, I don't know yet, but I'm thinking if anybody would be interested in seeing some of the projects we do, I can even make that happen. I guess I'm not pinning myself into one little thing. I've never been good at that. I've always wanted to do a little bit of this and a little bit of that, and you know, I'll like most artists, I'll get obsessed. Well, I'm not really an artist. I'm more of a crafts person, but I'll get obsessed into, you know, something for a little while and do too many of those things, and then I'll get over it completely. When I was doing this the last time, I was known for a lot of birds and hearts. This time, I think, judging by what's come out the last couple years, I think it'll probably be a selection. Oh, I think he's going to have a tie. I think it's going to be a selection of maybe some more creative pieces, maybe some steampunk. I've really enjoyed doing some of that. And then just hoping it's always an organic process when you change life. Like, and it kind of you set out for it to be one thing, and it ends up being something completely different, and you just have to go with the current currents, I guess. At the end, we all end up in the right place. Or we hope to all end up in the right place. I really hope this is all coming through on the video. I like the way this guy's showing up. Got a little. You can also see that we don't have a top of the line shop here. I have worked in top of the line shops, and I don't like them. I like a little chaos, and I like having to build a tool when you need one. I like having to improvise and find ways around. Gets my brain thinking and calm it down. And I don't know, when all your tools do all the work for you, you don't get as much character in anything. It's kind of like the CNC'd stuff that's coming out now. It's all very pretty, and it's all very nice edges, but in reality, it doesn't have a lot of character. Unlike this guy. This guy has a lot of character. I don't know about the mullet. I think we might give him a little rufflage right there, though. Okay. And better put the ground on. And there it goes. I'm a fan of kind of keeping everything raw. Got some cleats or something on the bottom. Well, as you can see, I'm a big fan of keeping things raw, and I like the original patinas. I kind of just let it be what it is. I like the rust. I like pronouncing the lines with the grinder to add the silver that you see coming out. The purple was whatever project the wings came off of the last time that didn't work out. And the purple was on the wings from that. Which I usually add a little color to the tips of the wings. I grew up, we raised chickens, so chickens are colorful. They have a lot of character in their feathers that kind of come through. Anyway, well, that's it for this video, I think. I know it was kind of simple. I might set up some more complicated projects in the future if you like. I just wanted a nice simple introduction video. All right, well, thank you so much, guys.